I work out 4 to 5 times a week, and apparently I'm not their target audience. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Sky. I'm a saver investor who is on a journey to early retirement. And on my channel, Sky's Bucket List Life, I give tips and tricks of things I've learned along the way that are keeping me on track, even with the tariffs, keeping me on track for my journey to early retirement. Today, I'm actually going to react to a video that I think is very important because it it brings into play how we can be distracted from our savings journey or potential savings that we may not even be aware of at the time. So remember to like and subscribe, and let's get into this video.
Things when in reality it's probably not, and it's just our overexposure to these things that makes us feel like we need them to get where we want to go. I don't know when this happened, but if you're as confused as me, or if you're just noticing the same thing that I'm noticing, we're going to be talking about the rise of luxury activewear and consumerism within fitness. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Tiana, and I love to talk about things that have to do with fitness, mostly clothes, and because I'm a consumer, okay, I am the target audience. The thing that made me want to talk about this is because Honor Active had a drop, and there was this pair of leggings that I really
So first off, I have never heard of Honor Active. So this is how I know I'm not their target audience.
wanted, and I could not get my hands on it. Okay, they dropped at 1 p.m. on a random Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know. And I was on the website by 1:03. Pants were sold out. They were gone. Like, when I say gone, I even thought it was a joke. I had to refresh my page multiple times. No, it was gone.
And as someone who works out 4 to 5 times a day, I have a collection of workout gear, but I have never once stalked a website for a pair of leggings to drop, especially leggings that are supposed to be for workout.
Made me so pissed off. I didn't understand it. I was like, how's it gone? Where did it go? Like, where is it? Because I had been waiting for those specific pants to come back in stock for a while, and it didn't end up coming back in stock, but they did drop another color. So that's what I was trying to get, and I wasn't able to get my hands on it. And of course, I wasn't the only one. And a lot of people, I feel like, were upset about the fact that there was so little stock, or seemingly so little. So I know that I'm not alone on this, and I also know that we are really, really, really such consumers, because the leggings are $100. It's not cheap. If we're also eager to get those leggings, that means number one, we have the money. Number two, we are willing to spend that much money on.
So that's something that I think is very inconsistent. Just because you're willing to spend money on something does not mean you actually have the money for it. Because if you're willing to spend the money on it and actually have the money to spend on it, you would purchase it cash. A lot of times when it comes to these very consumer driven brands, the first thing you will notice as soon as you click on their page is buy now, pay later, which is something I talked about in a previous video. So I think there's a little bit of disconnect here that just because you want something means you can actually afford it.
Piece of clothing. And when you think about it more, it's kind of crazy that we're willing to spend that much money on clothes. But I'm not gonna lie, I really, 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 really love the fit of those pants. So I would justify spending that $100, which not everyone would do, and I completely understand that there is an amount of privilege.
So again, is it about fit or is it about function? Because if you are someone who works out on a regular basis, fit and function do play key roles in the activity that you're doing. But this seems more focused on the fit and how it looks on you, as opposed to the function of will it hold up for the activities I want to actually do.
For you to be able to spend that much money on something like leggings and not, like, I don't know, literally anything that's more useful. So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. And I also got this comment which was like even further confirmation that I should do it. So shout out to you, thank you for commenting that. I think that the biggest issue and the main factor in this increase in consumerism within fitness is because of the marketing of wellness, especially through influencers. Recently there's been so much growth within the fitness community, and
Fitness influencers play a big role in how these particular companies make their money. Because if these were companies that had to stand alone on their own, they would likely not have the amount of clients or market share. So it all plays into advertising and marketing, but they are targeting a very specific group of individuals. Let's keep watching.
of that has come with a lot more fitness influencers and the number of people who are sharing their journeys, sharing tips, everything like that. I think it helps everyone. Problem starts when wellness is starting to be marketed as a lifestyle. If you're on the side of social media and you consume a lot of fitness content, when I say the words wellness or gym girl or even like what I eat in a day, like these things, there's a certain image that pops up into your mind. It could be a person, a thing, something that they do, how they look, like a lot of things that are mostly external. And a lot of the content that is being produced is very aesthetic, very nice. It's very pleasing to the eye. I'm also on that side of the internet, so I love watching those kinds of videos. But because it's so curated and aesthetic and it has a certain look, when you think of wellness or when you think of fitness, it's kind of created a little box where wellness looks like a certain thing and fitness looks like a certain thing. And that's not true. Fitness and wellness can look so different. It doesn't even have to look aesthetic.
So she makes a point here. She's talking about on a certain part of the internet, you have your aesthetics, and one being fitness and wellness, and that fitness and wellness has a particular look. No, it doesn't. Fitness and wellness is more than just a lifestyle, it's a state of mind. Meaning, if you are someone who is truly into fitness and wellness, the aesthetic of it does not play a big part in the decisions that you make. All right? Meaning what you wear when you go to workout is going to be what is well at absorbing sweat, what functions, meaning you're not having to pull and tug on that piece of clothing, and what keeps you covered and protected as far as sitting on gym equipment, sitting on floors, laying on floors, or even a type of activity where you may be rubbing up against your equipment or on floors or walls. That's what's going to be the true aesthetic of someone who works out on a regular basis, and not so much do the colors match, or does it have a certain cut, or does it have a certain, or does it project a certain faux lifestyle or aesthetic based on what I'm doing.
When I think of the Pilates princesses, I think Lululemon. I think about the clean girl aesthetic. I think about matchas or green teas. There's like a lot of things that will come to your mind when you think about these things.
Fun fact here, or maybe not so fun fact, which probably proves why I'm not their target audience. I have never been inside a Lululemon. Never. Now, I was gifted a Lululemon piece, but that eventually was then regifted to someone else because it was something that I think they purchased for me because I do work out, I am active, but they purchased it because it was from Lululemon. But functionally, the item was so small, I did not see any realistic day to day use of the item for me. So I passed it on to someone else. But that's a very fun fact here. And a lot of these brands that she mentions, I have never heard of any of them, much less seen an ad, which again kind of solidifies I'm not their target audience, meaning someone who actually works out 4 to 5 times a week, who does post on some of my social media me actively working out. So that again proves that consumerism as well as algorithms are targeting specific individuals for what they are categorizing as the fitness and wellness lifestyle, as opposed to real life people who work out and who are about fitness and wellness.
A lot of them are just tied to what we see online constantly. The whole concept of aesthetics isn't new. I feel like it's just been transferred over into fitness as well. Like there was a baddie aesthetic, there's like cottage core, there's a bunch of aesthetics that have become popularized. And to attain any of these aesthetics, you're gonna have to buy clothes, you're gonna have to change your style, or maybe change your lifestyle so that you can attain said aesthetic. A lot of it is based on how.
So back on this topic of aesthetics, what is an aesthetic? Because it's not truly a lifestyle, because a lifestyle is something you will maintain for a long period of time. These are trends, and these are social media trends, and these are social media trends that are consumed and then thrown out by individuals who are heavily embedded in the social media life, meaning social media is where they get their news, where they get the real news or false news. Social media is where they interact, and social media is where they feel that their friends exist. And a lot of these individuals don't realize that that's a very small community compared to the rest of the world. And so these aesthetics that a lot of these individuals will follow and trends do not reflect real life. No one is out here being a mob wife. No one is out here taking on the true role or lifestyle of a mob life, which involves murder and crime. But online, the aesthetic is this is what I would look like if I was a mob wife, how I would dress. That is not a lifestyle, it is a trend.
Are perceived. When it comes to fitness and wellness, having a certain look associated to it is dangerous because if you don't have that look, you start to think that you are not doing it right. So if you don't look like all the influencers that you see online, or if you don't wear the same things, or if you don't do the same things, it can really make you feel like you are not doing the thing.
So this again plays into what is your perception of what you're trying to do. If you are truly about working out and your wellness, it would not matter if you looked like an influencer who is selling you, because they are being paid, who is selling you what it should look like to be someone who is active. Meaning, your outfit should not be the reason why you feel you have to work out. And this is where marketers and companies have really played into the social media lifestyle as well as the demand for athleisure, meaning the appearance of being active when you may not necessarily be active. And in American culture, it has now become a phenomenon where wearing fitness and active wear out and about is considered normal when in other parts of the world it is a taboo. It is not something you would do. But as for what an individual who works out looks like, it should not be an aesthetic. And it should not matter what you look like when you're going to work out or if you're going to work out. Now, I'm wearing something that I would typically wear when I'm going to work out. So let me give you a full body shot of this. So when I'm working out, I'm usually wearing a top. It might be a sports bra top. It might be a crop top. It might be a t-shirt. And I'm usually wearing some leggings. They may be full length or they may be short. But what I'm looking for when I am shopping for my fitness gear, I'm looking for quality and longevity. So these leggings here, these are over 10 years old and they still have the snap, meaning they will function for what I want them to do. I also like my workout gear stretchy because I know I will be moving, I will be bending, I will be squatting, I will be doing the things that are comfortable for me and the things I enjoy when I work out. Also, tops. You need to have the support for what you want to do. So if you're running, you're jumping, you're climbing, you're flipping upside down, there's a certain amount of support you want to feel comfortable to be able to get through your workout. And what athleisure has done is skewed our view of what it should feel like and look like to work out. And we now think it's matching tops and bottoms, $100 leggings, although there's nothing wrong with $100 leggings if you are buying them for quality and longevity. Meaning, sometimes in the quality of the items that you want, they will cost more. These leggings, I think original price was near $100, but I didn't pay $100 for them. I got them on clearance. So you can still get the high quality items without getting the high price. But if you're waiting for an item to drop and you're upset when it's sold out, then it kind of skews, was it really an item that you wanted to functionally work out in, or was it an item that you thought you would look good whether you worked out or not? Let's get back to this.
You should be doing is focusing on your health and wellness. The only reason why Lululemon or Aloe or even Honor can charge that much money for a pair of leggings is because there is a demand for it and there are people who are willing to spend that kind of money on those things. I am one of those people because there's already a preconceived notion or this trend of wellness and what it looks like. Brands are able to make products that are going to cater to that aesthetic and help you reach your desired look. Another thing that I was thinking about when it comes to the clean girl aesthetic or even just certain items like the Lululemon BBL jacket, whatever, a lot of these things are starting to be used as a status symbol. So if you have that jacket and you have your slick bun or whatever it is, you just look expensive. And so now you want to look expensive, so you go and buy those things. You want to look all put together, so you go and buy those things. I think that's one of the main reasons why consumerism has become so big, is because we're all trying to emulate this look, which a lot of the times is the same look, maybe like in a little bit of a different font, but not really. Touching a little bit.
So again, she goes back to what it looks like, right? Consumerism will make you spend your money on things you really don't need, but the thought that, or the idea that what you look like is determining how you feel when you work out, it does play a part, but not in the sense that I think she is stating. Because if you are truly going for a run, you're going to the gym, you're going to the studio, if you are truly going there with the desire to stay on track with your fitness, with your wellness, your overall well-being, you're not as concerned about what your outfits look like. Are you wearing XY brand? Are you wearing their cute jacket so that when you leave and you stop to the coffee shop to get your matcha? Or if you're setting up your tripod in your home or wherever you are to record you pretending to work out, that it has a certain look to it. It should be about what you are doing for your health, for your body, and for your longevity.
Influencer-led marketing. This is a marketing strategy that a lot of brands use, and it really works. So I see why they gravitate towards it, and why probably they're seeing so much success with a lot of the lines that they drop. Like this Honor Active drop went crazy. Like the thing was gone.
Okay,
That's because
never
they
heard
have
of Honor
people with
Active.
such huge audiences wearing their clothes and promoting it. Even people who don't work directly with these brands are sharing what they wear, the pieces that they love from them. I have my little jacket from Honor Active that I really love, and I'm like always wearing it. If you see me in it, you like the jacket, you're probably gonna go buy it. That's such a cheap way for them to market, and that has so much power because it's not.
And she's right. It's all about marketing power. If I can convince one person to market my products without me having to pay or reimburse them, and though that person they now convince two more people, and then they convince two more people, and then if someone with a larger platform eventually uh, feels that this item is worthy of putting on their platform, whether paid or unpaid, then that reaches a much broader audience. Does that mean the product is actually good? Does it mean the product actually functions for what you want it to function for? No, but they've at least convinced enough people to go out and buy it. And I think a big part of some of these things is in some ways, they don't care about repeat business, meaning whether or not you like the item, if we've convinced you that having this item, whether functional or non-functional, is what you need to be successful in whatever sphere of life, your social media life, then you will probably buy another item, even if the first item didn't work out, because you'll probably find a reason to convince yourself, well, it wasn't particularly my style, or oh, the cut didn't particularly work. But I will still go out and buy another item from them, because I've been told that if I want to be an it girl or a fitness and wellness girly or a baddie, that this is what I need to wear.
Someone that you like to watch, whose content you probably resonate with, that you connect with, right? So if they like something, you're probably gonna go grab it too. So that is, I don't know, maybe reason number 3 why consumerism and luxury activewear is probably up there now. Another brand I think of is Define and their shorts, and I feel like I'm always mentioning Define and Honor
Never
in
heard
my
of
videos,
them.
but every single time I go on their website and look at those impact shorts, sold out. The only color that's available is some color that I'm gonna say, I don't want to say it's ugly, but it wouldn't be flattering on.
Those are your regular, everyday, run-of-the-mill workout bike shorts. You can find those with any major athletic wear. You can find them in store brands. You can find them at Old Navy. You can find them essentially anywhere where clothing is sold. So the fact that those run-of-the-mill don't even look like they have pockets bike shorts are being sold out on a regular basis indicates that it's probably likely not a large population of people who are truly working out, but more people who want to be seen in a particular brand. And again, I've never heard of this brand before.
The hype, and this really reminds me of a few years ago when Nike would drop Jordans and they would basically sell out super quick, and then you had resellers selling it for like 5 times the price or something. And I don't know if brands do this on purpose, and I don't think it's a marketing strategy. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
But it doesn't make sense for you to create a product, create a bunch of hype around it,
Scarcity
and not
marketing.
drop enough, unless you want it to be exclusive, which is like the key piece here. You want something to be exclusive, that way more people want it, and the next time you do a drop, you have even more people buying it, right? Creating exclusivity around a product for some reason really helps. When the Honor Active drop happened, and I was devastated because I didn't get those leggings, I was basically stalking their Instagram page and Chrissy Sella, the founder's page. I was watching her story, whatever, and she was talking about how when they create a new product, they're essentially trying something new. They're trying a mix of fabrics, a mix of blends, fits, like whatever. They're trying to improve things. And so the first drop of something is never going to be a lot because they're still wanting to see if people like the product, what they should adjust, things like that. I was upset that I couldn't get my hands on it, but I also. So you're saying that this particular brand is essentially using their clients for research and development, meaning they've not done the research and development before. They're going to make the product, sell it to the clients, and then get feedback from the clients whether they like or hate, and then go back and improve the product. Research and development should be a part of your manufacturing process. Understood what she was saying, but from a consumer point of view, it's very annoying to want something and then not be able to get it just because there isn't enough stock. Okay, I'm going to speed along in this video because there was one particular part, one particular section of a video that I found very interesting, and I think this is what caught my eye when I first saw this video, and I said, "There's definitely a disconnect." Let's get to that point. In a few minutes or even tomorrow, you're going to forget about whatever you bought, and you've probably already moved on to the next thing that you want to buy. It becomes a cycle, and you're never actually satisfied with what you have, even though you don't need more. When I think of it in fitness, I think of people organizing their activewear wardrobes. I think they're very satisfying videos. I would love to have one of those wardrobes, but that is also another thing that I think pushes over consumption. And also those aesthetic unboxing videos, I think those are all things that glorify over. I have never seen a fitness closet. I have never seen anyone that I know who works out hang their sports bras, running shorts, and leggings in an actual closet. Cubbies, yes. In my case, multiple laundry baskets with the items categorized, meaning sports bras, bottoms, leggings, crop tops, and long sleeves, thermal, cold weather, rainy weather, multiple baskets, because again, I work out 4 to 5 times a week, and that's throughout the year. So there are seasons to this. So there are some items you will need: gloves, hats, scarves. These are the items that I wear when I work out, and I've never, or it hadn't even crossed my mind to put my items on hangers. So again, this plays into the aesthetic as well as the marketing that is used to attract certain individuals to buy these particular products. Why I was even willing to spend that $100 on leggings. And I think about it and I say it out loud, and I said it to my friend, and she was honestly really judging me for wanting to spend that much money on leggings. And I get it, it's a lot of money for no reason too. No reason. See, look at me justifying it. Anyway, I'm just gonna add a video of these leggings that I'm talking about because you probably think I'm also overreacting. Listen, if you're hitting the gym every day and you're like, why does my butt not look like these Instagram models? I want to look like these Instagram models. It's the clothes they're wearing. It's the $50 shorts they're wearing. Trust me, I know. I'm wearing them right now, and they fucking shape that ass. I need the leggings. But see, this is what she was trying to tell me. I don't need the leggings. I think the fit and the fabric justifies it, but I also think that a lot of brands, including Honor, have done such a good job of. So she finally mentions the fit and the fabric. So the fabric would be the functionality of it, but that still doesn't justify why you would still pay $100 for a pair of leggings. And if we're truly about fit, fit also includes the longevity of the item. So if you're buying these items every week, every other week, then are you really using the product to its full potential? Which I think most in this category do not. Of creating a story or creating an emotional connection with their consumers, clients. I think they've also done an amazing job at creating their target clients. So who exactly is their target audience. It's people like me and you who want to live an active
Not me.
lifestyle, who want to be healthy, but also look and feel good in the clothes. And that's really why I gravitate towards them so much. We also want to feel and look strong. And I feel like they get this so right on a lot of their designs. And the brand itself and the message is just so empowering. It's very powerful messaging. And you can see it even in their posts on Instagram. The people who are the faces of the brand, it really just works. Anytime I'm wearing that one jacket or the set as a whole, like, you can't tell me anything, okay? You actually can't talk to me nicely. And so because of that emotional connection, or because of how good I...
So again, it's about how it looks and the perception it gives to others, because your workout gear shouldn't be, you can't tell me nothing. But again, I'm not their target audience. And this video very much proved to me that goals are different. Meaning my goal in my fitness and wellness is living a long, healthy life, minimizing chronic disease, as well as having a happy mindset, or just a well-being that functions well with what it is I do daily, keeping me grounded.
Spending money on so many things. We've also started to equate buying more to training better. And I say this because I also have the mindset or this habit of thinking that looking cute is going to push me to go to the gym, which to some degree is true. But on some days, looking cute is not enough. And so buying a new set or having a new thing to wear to the gym is not on its own going to get me into the gym. I still have to want to go and do the thing, even when it comes to supplements. I think all of these things become a problem because it's so easy to start focusing on the next supplement that you need to buy, or the next activewear set that you need to get, and things like that, and not being focused enough on you actually showing up to the gym and putting in the work that you need to. Where it's like, instead of actually investing in yourself, you are investing in brands and activewear and this and that and the other. Another thing that just came to mind is how sometimes activewear is more trendy instead of functional. And the first thing I think of is the Bando like sports bra, and it looks really pretty and I probably would wear it, but I know that there's so many people who have bigger boobs who would not be able to wear that. It's mostly just trendy over functional. Like, how comfortable would you actually feel going to the gym in a bando? I don't know. I've never tried it, so I could be wrong. It might be the most comfortable thing in the world, but it doesn't look like it would work. And so
Now, this particular item, where am I going to work out in this? Where am I going to work out in a bandeau top? What particular exercises am I able to do? Am I outside running and jogging? Am I doing CrossFit? Am I doing a high intensity workout? Or am I just laying on a mat? Now, even when it comes to yoga and Pilates, you're still actively moving. Where am I going with this top and it's going to stay up in all the activities I want to do? There is not much function to this top. And in reality, the individuals who were actively out here at the gym or actively putting in the time in a workout would not find this functional. But again, we're probably not their target audience. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I just thought this video was very interesting when I watched it. And again, there are certain aspects of it that really attracted me to the video, and I watched it more than once. But one thing it did bring to mind was just how consumerism allows us to be separated from our money, how consumerism allows us to not stay on track in our savings, and it definitely does not allow us to look long term. It is very much for now, meaning, which falls into the buy now pay later mindset, that I'm not thinking about whether or not I'm buying $100 leggings in every color, or if a company is dropping an item every 2 weeks, every month, and because I feel that in order for me to fit an aesthetic of the internet, online, social media lifestyle I have curated in my head, that I'm not thinking about all of these items that I have and the fact that I'm probably not even using them to their full function. Meaning, if you're going to buy workout gear and it actually is workout gear that is fit, the fit and function is there, you're likely to be wearing it for a very long time. Hence, 10-year plus old leggings that still function, do not have holes, and was made with very quality items, and the design in itself and the workmanship was there. Meaning I can still wear these even if I had to leave the gym and go somewhere else. They still look very good.
That's another thing that just connects with trends and what we see online. I feel like all of this is so connected, and the only thing you can really do, or the thing I'm going to challenge myself to do at least, is to just be more mindful when it comes to shopping. Like, do I actually need this thing? Do I need to spend that amount of money on this thing?
Not everything is for us. And even as someone who works out, like again, I say multiple times a week, these items have not crossed my platform. I have not heard of some of these brands. There is, of course, the one main brand that is mentioned that I have heard of before, but again, never been inside of a store. Now, if these people want me to test, whether or not their workout gear is actually functional, you know, you can have the other girlies for the fit. If you want to see if it functions for a real life individual who is doing multiple kinds of workouts, go ahead and drop me a link, drop me a something. But fitness and wellness should not be an aesthetic. It should be a true lifestyle, and a lifestyle that is meant to be long. Okay? It's all about longevity. But anyway, this is Sky from Sky's Bucket List Life. If you have any feedback or any comments, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe and follow me for more tips about savings and meeting your retirement goals. So until next time, keep working out and stay fit. Remember, aesthetics don't equal results.